Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It is your favorite warlock here, practicing necromancer. As you know, I started working with Cthulhu, the ancient one, the old one from the Necronomicon. I started a couple days ago. I started with a mixture of books from the knowledge through Lovecraft's Necronomicon, Donald Tyson's The 13 Gates of the Necronomicon, and that of the Necronomicon by Simon. And I found it intriguing because I've never worked with him before until now. So that night I went in and I did an opening rite, like I do with most, if not all, the spirits that I work with. Since that night, every time I close my eyes, I see a very clear image of a cobra with its head up, looking right at me. Spiders have been all around me, at work, here at the house, even with my eyes closed, it's like they're on the inside of my eyelids, just moving around. I'm talking little ones, just scurrying around like locusts. Yesterday, I started seeing symbols, images. The eye, the left eye, for an example, the eye of death, the image of the Yank. But what was interesting was not just the images that were coming forth, but how they perceive themselves. In this case, it was a structure, flames, living flames. It was dark and dank, like being in a coliseum. My lungs have been feeling like I'm being constricted by a serpent. Love it. It's exhilarating to see and feel the physical extent of this being's power as you're channeling him through you, through your temple. I invited him here. I invited him into my life. I gave my intent, and I took it a step further today. I added in a blood pact. I added in blood sorcery, hemomancy practices, sealing and binding that right to be his apprentice, to work with him in exchange, to learn to grow power from myself, but also to learn from him as an apprentice, to learn all his knowledge, his wisdom, in exchange to do services for him. I saw a monolith like a specific black onyx type obelisk standing in the woods, but it was shiny, smooth. It was like the darkness specifically revealed it. The images that I saw in my mind, it's hard to explain. There's a old saying that when you stare into the abyss, eventually the abyss will stare back at you. There was this big black eye just looking back at me. Amazing. It was just black and just clear as day here. It was clearly the left eye. But the question was when am I going to be able to hear him? When am I going to be able to speak to him face to face? Either through astral projection or through physical manifestation, through the temple. I'm excited to continue this. I employed the first gate, the first seal, and I'm going to be going further into this as time goes on. The first gate of Anna, the goddess of the underworld, working with Anubis, Set, Anuet, and her mother, the mother, the mother of Anubis. The approach of the old Egyptian fifth dynasty setting. This is a path that really is showing improving valuable because it goes straight up into the Middle East and it goes right into Babylonia and Sumerian, Akkadian, and the old world belief structures, such as working with Pazuzu, working with all these agents of death, such as Osiris, whose association to death is through Anubis, Set, the murderer of Osiris. But then again, Ra supposedly killed him as well. But if you think about it, the eye of Ra, a serpent's eye, the eye of an octopus, that cold, dead eye just looking at you, piercing every molecule inside you. Amazing. I want to know more and I want to go further. Until next time.